You know what I'm saying? Why would we feel any sadness for him? The only black people I see that sad for that nigga are fucking coons. That's the only black people that are sad for him. And I'm going to stand on that too. Because why are you sad about a nigga that would literally look at you and spit on you? Like, what? It's your boy Online Davo. And we back with another video. All right, look. I've been watching, bro. We got a video by the amazing Lucas. Piers Morgan gets dismantled by amazing Lucas with receipts. And you gotta jump right into it and see what you're talking about, man.
Oh my goodness. So I just wanted to do this video to do a recap of the Piers Morgan debate because I know that some of you may have not seen it or others don't have the time to, watch the entire thing. So I just want to give little highlights, little snippets of debate and what I was thinking. So first thing first, I knew this was going to be a setup. Okay. And the reason why I knew it was going to be set up because I found out who was going to be on the panel. They told me that, hey, it was going to be 2 women and 2 men. I didn't know of anything of the Shapiro dude. I looked him up. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he goes in hard. Never have I seen on the Piers Morgan show where it's been 2 women versus 2 men. So I was like, got you. They're going to try and paint me like the boogeyman. Okay.
I preface this. I don't watch Piers Morgan. I don't I don't watch him. Like, I seen him in like other little stuff. I seen like little clips. I seen little videos here and there, but I don't religiously like watch, bro.
Fine, sure enough, I'm expecting that. I don't know if you guys happen to know this. They wanted to get me on the show for the Ukrainian chick who was, taken away from the world by the schizophrenic black man. That's what they wanted to get me on the first time. I didn't catch the email in time. I was like, my bad. Shoot me up, next time if you want to work with me. So they hit me up with this. I was like, bet, let's do this. One thing I will say, I wasn't expecting it to be 3-on-1 because that's what it was. If you notice throughout the debate, what would happen is that Piers Morgan, whenever one of the women was getting filleted, Piers Morgan would step in. And he would go and put on his cape and da-da-da-da. What I also wasn't expecting.
Hey, man, Captain Saves, they come in all shapes and sizes. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what it is. There's always going to be a nigga out there that's going to save someone. You know what I mean?
Expecting was Piers Morgan to be so bad faith in his questioning. Because he kept on trying to get a gotcha from me. He kept on trying to get a piece where he could make me look like just an evil black guy, right? Because that's what they want to view, black people. Black people are the bad people. That's why you have, what's her name? Megyn Kelly, I believe that's her name. The man-looking woman. Dang. Megyn Kelly talking about Obama, right? They trying to bring...
Damn, nigga, man-looking is crazy. Damn.
The black people. Oh, it's trans issues, the trans issue. Well, it's like, well, how about we talk about the white youth? And that's a quote that I'm really happy about.
If he had spent a modicum of his time focusing on the white youth, that perhaps he would still be with us today.
Message.
Nah, that's a good point, though. That's a good point, because, like, nigga, why are you so concerned? And this is for all the people, for anyone who find this and decide to comment. Why are y'all so concerned with black people? Like, what? Why? Focus on y'all niggas. Focus on y'all. We gonna focus on us. Do we have a deal? Because, like, nigga, if all you gonna do is complain in the comments about black people this, black people that, go do that shit somewhere else. You're not doing nothing but just saying shit.
If Charlie Kirk had not spent his time so much, talking about black culture and, gun violence and spent some of that, a modicum of his time in the white youths, perhaps he would be here today. Silence. Nobody said anything. And you'll see that's a reoccurring theme throughout the debate. Whenever he tries to get me with a gotcha, I smack it down, get that ish out of here.
Fuck out of here.
They don't say anything, right? Because after I said that, he doesn't follow up. He doesn't follow up with a question. He doesn't comment on what I said. He just then tries to go for, well, how does it make you feel?
Matter of fact, I would argue that if Charlie Kirk, instead of focusing his time on black culture and black on black crime, if he had spent a modicum of his time focusing on the white youth, that perhaps he would still be with us today.
Are you pleased he's dead?
Nigga, what? Nigga, what the fuck? And you see, that's what he said as a setup, bro. Cause like we're anywhere, so you're not gonna answer. That's your rebuttal, really? That's, and you're a very smart brain. That's the best you could come up with. Like, where did I say I was happy that the nigga died? Like, what?
Nothing but leading questions, nothing more than emotional terrorism. That's what he's attempting to do, and trying to get me to slip up to make me look like some evil boogeyman who just wants to, get them all, I'm glad. No. One thing that they did throughout the debate was try to conflate people's feelings with how Charlie Kirk passed. And I think I should have stressed that point a little harder, because you can be elated about Charlie Kirk no longer being on this planet.
Right.
Okay? But also disagree with the way that he was taken from this planet.
Yeah.
Those are two very different things.
That makes sense to me.
You can disagree with the violence, but also be glad that he's not here. That feeling of happiness, of pleasure, of a person who caused harm, who caused terror to multiple communities,
right.
who was a complete bigot, anti-black racist,
right.
A litany of things spread.
But have niggas in the comments tell you, where was he racist? What did he say that was homophobic? He just praised the Lord and Savior and just went on by. Nigga, shut up. The fuck up. You know exactly what he was doing. Either one, you ain't give a fuck because you agree with him, or two, you was too ignorant and you couldn't read between the lines. But everyone else knew what the fuck he stood for. He stood for what he stood for. And look where it got him. Life. That's what happens.
Misinformation.
That's what happens in life, bro. Like, and who took him out? His own kind.
You can be happy that person is no longer on the planet. And I say that because if he had died of old age, say he had died at 82 or something, people would still be praising that finally he's no longer on the planet, okay? Without the political violence. You can be happy he's not here, but also be like, yeah, I don't think this is the way to get this person off of here, okay, off the planet. Those two beliefs can coexist. And one thing that I have no problem with is standing on 10. Because what they expected, I want people to understand, they expected me to get on there and start being Steven from Django. That's what they want. They want me to go, you know what? I used to think Charlie Cook was a good person, and you know what? I didn't mean to say them posts, I didn't mean to do that. I'll delete them right now. You want me to delete them? I'm sorry. And
nah, nigga, we keeping everything up. We keeping it all up, bro. Just like his message gonna live on. Fucking my message gonna live on too. Amazing Lucas' message gonna live on too. We keeping all that shit up, bro. We ain't taking none of that shit down. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what they got.
Django isn't a slave. Django is a free man, you understand?
They got Django, okay? The D is silent. That's what happened. And they didn't like that. And you can see from their reaction and their responses that they were unprepared for such a Negro to be on the podcast. Apparently they didn't do their due diligence, but I sure as hell did mine.
Come on now.
Okay? I don't know what to tell you. Because they were very much shocked. You can look at them. There was multiple times throughout the debate that they were just stoned, that question didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. Because they don't like being called hypocrites. They don't like, and I said this in the debate, I was like, yo, I'm a mirror. If you don't like what you see, then change yourself, all right? It's as simple as that, then change yourself. I just want all the racists out there who are gnashing their teeth right now, they mean, and all you little freaking death threats that you've been sending me, let me just tell you something. We got 10 years of Charlie Kirk memes. I just want to let y'all know.
Hey, man, one of their top soldiers, one of their top dogs went out, bro. You know, they feeling a little hurt right now. That was a leader. You know what I'm saying? Who they got now? Fucking the Nick Fuentes dude. Ben Shapiro or something. I don't fucking know. But that's one of their top dudes. You know what I'm saying? And look. Now they flashing out. They in everybody comments. He wasn't racist. He was just telling the truth. He was telling his own truth, because we all know the nigga was telling misinformation. We all know that he was spreading lies. We all know that he was like, we all know this. We all know. And it's like, y'all trying to make it seem like we're dumb. But we're not dumb. The internet lives forever. It lives forever. You just like how you want me to go send you a clip of what the shit he was saying. How about you go find the clip? Find the clip your damn self, just like how you gonna find this video. How about that? Lame ass nigga.
We got 10 whole years of Charlie Kirk memes. That's correct. Them memes aren't going anywhere, bruh.
I think the point that I'm making by the memes that I'm putting out, which clearly has caused outrage and triggering, I find it a bit hypocritical that the people for years who said fuck your feelings are now overwhelmed with feelings at the moment.
Right.
And I want you to understand how deceitful Piers was. Because Piers showed up all these memes, right? You want to know what meme that he skipped on my profile? The meme that actually proved my point. That's the meme that he skipped. I'm going to show you. And it's a meme of showing that the MAGAs were laughing at the Trayvon challenge. They were laughing at the George.
Right? Come on now. Come on now, you got niggas on here talking about some, oh, y'all making fun of the dead. This was the type, I ain't saying all y'all, but this is the type of shit niggas was doing. And now, all of a sudden, because it's some fucking podcaster that got shot, it's taking it too far. Okay.
Challenge, but when it came to Charlie Kirk and people were saying we don't care, then they were like screaming and crying. He didn't show that meme on the show. Didn't show that meme. And I blanked and forgot that I had that meme up there. But that's why, because he's trying to paint a picture of a big, black, bad boogeyman. That's what he's trying to do.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Now when I interject, and I was told, mind you, yeah, Lucas, feel free to interject, all right? I just want to let you know, there is no taking turns. Just feel free to interject. I was like, all right, I'll do that. When I do that, what do they do? Oh my God, you're talking over them. Oh my God, what do? They play the victim. That's what they did throughout this entire debate. Play the victim, try to make me the boogeyman. I just wasn't having it.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
When it came to Jillian Michaels, I would say it's a highlight. Jillian Michaels, I very much remember Jillian Michaels downplaying slavery. That's what she did.
Shit.
And I don't know what it is, but you can call me Ghost Rider. You can't put
Anybody that downplays slavery, bro, don't even have a conversation with them. Because the shit that we would talk about slavery wasn't even what slavery was. They was eating motherfuckers, bro. They were eating people. They were throwing little babies to alligators and shit like that, bruh. They were using motherfuckers' hair and shit as like fur for like... They were doing hella shit. So don't let no one tell you slavery wasn't that deep. If it's a black person, they're a coon. If it's a white person, they're an idiot. And slap the fuck out of them. Nah, you ain't got to slap them. But the point stands. Don't let no one tell me, oh, slavery wasn't that deep. Yeah, okay. Let me go grab your little fucking baby and throw it to a little alligator and have everybody watch. Let me go do that. Don't sound so good, huh?
Put me in a room with evil and expect me not to go off.
Please get me out of here.
You're not gonna put me on a panel with a woman I know who downplayed slavery, heard her on CNN with Abby Phillips, and expect me not to call her out. That's not how this is gonna work. But they've grown so accustomed to not being called out that when someone does call them out, they don't know what to do.
Oh, yeah,
you see how flustered she got. Well, you know the census. Don't tell me about any census.
I don't think I need any litigation from a woman who tried to downplay slavery,
Oh,
who tried
shit.
to all lives matter slavery after she purchased a black child. That's what I would argue.
Purchased a black
I don't
child?
think you need to as far as
Would you
litigate
like to
anything.
discuss it?
Okay.
Damn.
What you
wrong.
cited
We can
was
discuss-
inaccurate. You can actually look it up. I don't know if you did. I
actually
doubt you
did
do your
look
due
it up.
diligence. You clearly did not,
Would you
because
like to
in that
discuss
study
it?
that you're citing, in the study that I'm discussing it right now, in the
Oh
study that you're
shit!
citing,
Hey, let her know. Hey, look, we talking about it right now. We talking about it. We're talking about it right now. Yeah, we could discuss it. Let's have a conversation about it. Let her know. Talk
takes
to her.
into account not only the slaves, it takes into account the northern states and the southern states. So to try and implement or to say this all lives matter when it comes to slavery, which is abhorrent and in extreme contradiction to American history, especially in this country as chattel slavery is black Americans.
He's out of line, but he's right.
That nigga cooking.
This is the same woman that when I asked her, did you do any due diligence about what Charlie Kirk said about black people being in segregation or whatnot, how they were better off? She's like, I fact-checked every word. She didn't even fact-check the census, bruh. These people are so deceptive, they're so deceitful, that if you don't
You know what it is? They only want to hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to... They dive too deep into it. They're going to have to look at themselves and be like, damn, do I just ignore this? Or do I, come to terms with I'm a fucking racist? And it's like, sometimes some niggas, they feel like ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? And some of them, they probably be fence sitting, and some of them like they just don't know. But it's like, don't be talking to me, and you defending this nigga, and you seen all his clips, you seen all his interviews, you seen all his debates. Don't come to my face telling me he wasn't racist, bro. Don't come telling me he wasn't anti-black, and you seen everything he posted. Okay.
Their deception, you'll just have to take it at face value because that's what they're used to. They're used to, as I say, lineage of evil. This is, as Dr. DeGroy, great book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. I advise everyone to read it. But it goes on that, hey, how black Americans
What's that called? Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome?
post-traumatic slave syndrome. I advise everyone to read it. But it goes on that, hey, how black Americans have post-traumatic slave syndrome, that many white Americans have post-traumatic slave master syndrome. And as a slave master, the slave didn't second guess the master. The slave didn't ask questions about the master. The slave didn't ask for reference. The slave couldn't read or write. What was the slave gonna, as far as call out the master on? Nothing. So that's the mindset of many of these people. Not all, but many of them that come from a lineage.
And he ain't lying though, because they be expecting niggas to just not say nothing. Like, bro, this ain't the 1940s, 1950s. You would get, nigga would slap the fuck out of you. You hear me? A nigga would slap the fuck out of you, say some crazy ass shit. I'm not saying I recommend it. But I'm saying that's what will happen though. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think just cause you got your mans up in the office that shit can't get real, cause shit gonna get real, bro. Like, this a whole different day and age. You know what I'm saying? This ain't though that. Now, I know y'all want it to be like back in the day, but it ain't like back in the day. So, like I said, y'all need to focus on y'all while we focus on us. Deal? Shake on it.
Evil, that's their mindset. So when they are called out for their wickedness, when they're called out for their deceitfulness, just as Jillian was, she didn't know what to say. And then I called her out again. I was like, listen, the fact that you were gonna, downplay slavery, but then have a black child that you purchased, that is disgusting. That's contradictory. Now, that got her in her feelings, me saying that she purchased a child, but you have to understand, I'm very familiar when many white couples or white people purchase black children. We had a story not too long ago where this couple purchased black children and used them as slaves.
What?
So, yes, 100%. You're gonna have to tell me a moment in time where white people or a white majority love black people and they love black children. From what I recall of the history books, y'all were using black children for gator bait. Damn. So, for...
But it wasn't that bad though. Okay.
Give me if I am, have second thoughts when I see a white woman purchase a black child. And she tried to say, well, I had to pay the fees. Boo, you purchased a black child. That's what you did. It just is what it is. Now, I'm not saying that this is child trafficking. I'm just saying that, hey, there was fees attached with you having this child.
I mean...
All right? You can call it money laundering. You can call it whatever you want.
Money laundering is crazy.
I don't care, all right? I'm not saying she did that. I'm just letting you know that it can be very much seen as that, especially from a woman who doesn't even know black history. How are you not gonna know black history but have a black child?
Yeah, that's true though. Like, bro, that is true. Cause it's like, if you're gonna go out your way to adopt or whatever a black child, and you don't do your due diligence on learning about black history and how it affected people to this day, it's like, what was the point of you even getting that child? You should have just got you a fucking white child or something like that. If you felt like you didn't want to learn the history, cause now it's like, what's your real motive? What you really trying to do? Is it like a cool little thing? You want to be the one that's different within your fan group? You want to feel like you doing someone a favor? Like, what you really trying to get into?
I know why, because you want to brainwash her. You want to brainwash her just as America has brainwashed many black Americans. You want to brainwash her just as Charlie Kirk gets a whole bunch of Sambo soldiers, okay? So they can go out and brainwash other people. I understand why you want to do that. I get that. So you can say, how can I be racist? I have a black daughter. How can I be racist? My black daughter agrees with me. Your black daughter agrees with you because you probably brainwashed her. I understand the tactics that you do. I understand the evil that you guys have grown accustomed to, that you expect everyone to just accept as normal. And some of us don't accept that as normal. Some of us are going to call you out.
Yeah.
Someone cooked here.
And also, I just want to bring this up. I find it absolutely hysterical that Jillian wanted to say that Charlie Kirk didn't believe in race when literally his verbatim, almost his last words was, is that counting or not counting gang violence, bruh?
Like, come on, bro. Come on. We already know what his line of questioning was finna go down. And it's like, well, I mean, technically we don't know, right? We don't know what he's finna say. But we have a pretty good idea what he's gonna say.
Very much believed in race. That's why he brought up black women for his DEI. That's why he brought up as far as the great white replacement. How you gonna talk about the white replacement if you don't believe in race? Damn. Then we get into Jeffree Star. And I really lost my ish then because I wasn't told that Jeffree Star was gonna be on the panel. Jeffree Star just showed up, okay? Never told about Jeffree Star being on the panel. And I was like, I know this can't be the same Jeffree Star that called the N-word and said black women had nappy hair. I know this can't be the same person that you invited on the panel. Now, Piers Morgan, shocker, surprise, didn't know anything about that. This is what I'm talking about. They'll get me on memes, but then bring up Steven Crowder, who made a mockery of George Floyd. Did Piers Morgan ask Steven Crowder about his mockery of George Floyd? No. Bring up anyone.
That's because when a black person died, bro, they see it as a whoop-de-doo. That's how they see it, bro. They don't see it as a loss of life. They just see it as what's the word? They see it as as a good riddance. Like good riddance. You know what I'm saying? One less of them, one less black person to worry about. They don't see it as that. But when their own gets shot, when one of their own gets shot by their own, you better not speak about, hey, watch your fucking mouth about Charlie, you asshole. They be ready to, what? I'd be like, damn, Charlie was that important to y'all? That racist? Homophobic? Misogynistic? He was that important to y'all? You fuck with him that much? Okay. I just want to know.
Throughout the 10 years that the right and many of these right-leaning accounts, whether it's Live with TikTok, In Wokeness, I'm Yes, You Are No, many of these racist accounts constantly berated George Floyd, constantly brought up jokes and memes about George Floyd, constantly lied and said it was a fentanyl overdose, despite us having a courtroom and a verdict, okay, that dispelled all of those. Did he bring up any of those people and question them, hey, why did you put this meme out? Why do you keep on saying fentanyl overdose when that was proven not to be true? No. So I was going to lions then. Well, maybe next time y'all need to bring bigger lions.
I'm curious what makes you so curious.
Ooh, talk to him.
That being said, going back to Jeffree Star, I called that fool out as well. I was like, listen, you like, why are you here to begin with? You have no say-so over anything. I don't think anybody even knows who this, whatever that thing is.
Nah, who that thing is crazy.
But you best believe there are clips and there are documents of him calling black women nappy-headed and calling N-words. I don't lie. I don't need to lie.
Shut up, you fucking bitch.
These people are of no value to me for me to lie.
Whoa, this is the first time I've seen this.
I don't need to lie.
Shut up, you fucking bitch.
See? And this is what I be saying, right? They have made it to where black people are the punching bag, right? But then when black people are like, you know what? We're going to have to punch you back. Or you know what? We don't give a fuck about one of your people dying. It's like, huh? How dare you? It's like, why would we care about him? Why would we? You know what I'm saying? Why would we feel any sadness for him? The only black people I see that sad for that nigga are fucking coons. That's the only black people that are sad for him. And I'm going to stand on that too. Because why are you sad about a nigga that would literally look at you and spit on you? Like, what? I would never understand that ever in my life. And I'm not having no conversation about anyone about it because I know what I saw, I know what I read, and I seen what I seen. You know what I'm saying? That nigga would literally throw your black ass in the fucking alligator swamp and look at them niggas kill you and be like, good job. Good job. And you want me to care? Oh, wow.
These people are of no value to me for me to lie on their name. What are we talking about? Now, at the end of the day, do I think that Piers will have me on again or I think other networks will invite me on? I don't know, bro. It's a coin flip, bro. It's 50-50, to be honest with you. Because they can possibly see it as, hey, it's a benefit because of the ratings, but they can also see that as a threat. Because what you have to understand, what they want to present is a big, black, bad boogeyman. That's what they want. So when you have people like me that get on these programs and know the game, bro. I know how to play the game. I know how to phrase things just as well as they do. I know how to, rope-a-dope and all the little, stupid little rhetorical antics. They see that as a threat, okay? So...
You know what they say? One of the most dangerous people in the world is an educated black man. That's all I'm going to say. I've been hearing that since I was a child. And it hasn't really registered with me until I got older. And I'm like, damn. They not lying, bro. Like, they're not lying. Like, if you're an educated black person in general, bro, and you really learn your history, as I'm currently doing, like I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? Because I'm not there yet. It's like, bro, they can't tell you shit because I know what I know. I know what I read. They could take anything away from me. My freedom, my clothes, my money, but you can't take this away from me. I know what I know, and I seen what I seen. I read what I read. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that. You can't brainwash me. You know what I mean? So, but they want the uneducated niggas so they could try to brainwash them, and turn them into coons.
Upon having someone be a threat, well, you're not going to have them on other shows because then they're going to be a threat there. They're going to be a threat there. They're going to be a threat there. And then eventually you get enough white people, some of the white ignorants start waking up. And then you get some of the black people to start waking up. Hey, I ain't got to be a Sambo soldier. Then it becomes a problem. That's what you have to understand. So, all honesty, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But all I know is when called upon, best believe I'm going to show up. Jillian did offer to have me on her show. We'll see if that comes of any fruition.
Let me bring in
If you'd like to come on my podcast, I would be more than happy to give you a platform.
That's a different podcast for a different time.
More than willing to have discourse.
Okay, you know what?
Honor Charlie Kirk,
if you're willing for discourse, let Riley Gaines speak.
Crazy.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you guys informed. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have a disagreement, you know where to find me. Thursday through.
Man, shout out that brother, man. He doing your big one, bro. Shout out to you. Amazing Lucas, man. I be learning a lot of shit from him also, you know. And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, if any of y'all are here to the end of the video, bro, learn your history. Don't let these people convince you that you are wrong for feeling how you feel. You can't police how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Isn't America about free speech? Or did that change once that nigga got shot? Like, what is it? Is it free speech or is it not free speech? You know? And that's pretty much all it is, bro. Shout out to him. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I'm gone. Peace.